Thank you very much. So, what comes to mind immediately is leveraging technology. Um, it might not happen quickly or in a day, but I think that with engagement with technology, you are able to develop workflow or client engagement tools that would make it easier for young people to engage or sign up to investment products easily. Um, I also think that, I mean, away from or in addition to using investment applications, making it easy for people or investors to sign up, the continuous engagement also helps because it cannot be fully digital. We need conversations and platforms like this to continue to talk to people because the pressures are always there. They are ever present. So we can leverage technology, make it easy for people to sign up to buy investment products, make it easy for them to redeem their investments when the time is due, and also continue to talk to them. From my perspective, I think that these are the two key things that we can
employ. Thank you very much. So clearly, the onus lies not just on policymakers, people in the academic community, the churches, but financial institutions as well. Because in the end, you are battling for the same target audience, which is the youth, and as we found out, not just the youth, the adults as well. So thank you very much. Now, we would spend the next 5 or so minutes taking questions from the audience to any of the panel. Any members of the panel. And I know you have questions. So let me start. Anyone has any question they would like to ask? All right. Say your name and ask your question and your school you're from.
My name is Eric Ofijima Arthur. I'm from University of Ghana. And I wanted to know what do you guys think about professional gambling? I believe sometimes some people use mathematics, probability to evaluate certain outcomes. Yes, with let's say it's football like this. You have studied the pattern that with this chances, the person can this team can be able to score this amount of goals. So you stake the bet on the probability that yes, this will happen. So what I want to know what you guys think about it. Is it good? Is it bad?
Would you like to take the question? Okay, Jeffrey. Any of them? Okay.
All right. Let me just say. So maybe I'm sure my colleagues here will add something. But what you said is something like using data analytics to engage your customers, for instance. All right. What you are doing by studying the trend, by being responsible, as in looking at what the strengths are, what the likelihood of you winning and all of that is being responsible and limiting your risks. So that could apply to somebody who's like who is so addicted he can't do anything about it. But you also want to, because for addictions there are rehabs and places where you need to go and recover. Even that, people go and come back and they relapse. So let's just say that at this point where society is now looking at ways of working on it, hopefully, right, in a few years to come, the betting trend would have reduced because we would have all taken responsibility and have worked on it from inception. But in this instance, if you have to bet, for instance, it will be great and it will be good that you go about it in a very informed, advisedly manner, if I can put it that way, if you get what I mean. So it minimizes your risk, so that all the things that comes with it, the losing your money, the depression, the moving away from society and all of that comes with losing money if you go about it without thinking through it properly. I think it helps when you have steady trends and you do it in a very informed way. That's what I want to say.
Okay, thank you very much. Anything to top up?
For me, right, have you seen Fernando Torres miss against Man United? Darwin Núñez. You can do all the math you want, even with the investment. But for me, it's the addiction part like he spoke about. Is the Luther doctor rich? Is he a millionaire? Is he a billionaire? You understand? I think it's really hard to be a billionaire or a millionaire from football, from gambling, right? And so it just shows that it requires a lot. And from what I've seen from the people who are engaged, they've lost more than they've won. And if they win one more time, like one time, if you do an accumulation of what they've lost, it doesn't even get anywhere close to that. And so for me, because there's a higher probability that at the end of the day, it's someone who is playing the football, right? And they can miss a chance. In fact, 2 weeks ago, one of my friends was complaining. He did over under 2.5. That means they scored below 3 goals. Then the 90-something minutes, one more goal. Then, I mean, so you could do all the math. In fact, one time, Bayern Munich, right? They lost recently, I think, 2-1 or 3-1. And the odds were really small, 1.05 or something like that. You think they will buy me, they will score this new team. You put money into it before you realize everything is gone. So you can follow the trends. Because buying me against anybody else, it's, again, I know this because I'm a really big football fan. So yes, it's important you realize something that you can put all the math, everything, but bro, you lose before you think. All right, thanks.
I've had the opportunity of meeting people. A friend of mine back in uni, first degree, and he's like, "Me do ye, me could carry back 5 minutes like end. As poto as I'm Napoli, me could me quite by a D 1-0 we win 5 minutes like end. We could carry back Genesika. You enter the battle when he came back it was 1-1, and that guy was winning about 100,000 because there was a number of teams that he had actually gone into. So you see, as you rightly said, every stage of addiction may require a different strategy. If the person decides that he can't do it, but he may go through some of these things to reduce their risk. You understand? But the point I ask myself is, what do you say is worth creation? When I'm creating something, it's not an event, right? It's a process. See, the process you go through to create wealth, right, teaches you how to manage it yourself. Right? The process of creating it, right? What you do to create it, right? Will teach you how to do what? Manage it. So if you just win, you don't create it, what happens? It goes like that. And there's another BP that says that like something comes in without you struggling for it. What does it do? You just lose them along the line, right? So ask yourself, what value do I create when I win? But when I give my money to the bank, the institution, and they create value, right? They create product, they sell, they make profit, and they give me a part of it. So that creates value in the system. And that adds up quickly to what? To our GDP and everything that we want to see. But just winning a bet, ask yourself, where does money go to? Just that app, a few workers there, the money just gets to some few people, that's not it. There's nothing like we are paying people, we are doing that with huge production values that can actually do this. Maybe we should be looking at how maybe betting causes inflation, because it doesn't really add up to value, right? And then inflation is what? When money chases what? Fewer goods. And that thing does not actually add any value in the short run. So you may have to look at that, and then when you invest, think about that. How does that add value to the economy? How does that add value to the economy? Thank you.
Would you like to speak to? You're fine. Okay, so that sums up.
Sorry, on a lighter note,
Okay,
right? No, on a lighter note, the betting companies pay taxes. So the taxes, so you're paying more money to government. If you want to create a value, just give e-levy. Don't give the bet.
All right. Thank you so much. Any other question? All right. So Jessica has a question. Would you come for the mic? This should be the final one. Then we'll bring the session to a close. Does anyone, you have a question? Okay, so after, you also have, you guys, you have questions like that. Okay, that's good.
Thank you very much. So mostly, after these kind of conversations are had, it looks like everything continues the way it is. Like everybody just goes back to normal and we don't have people really affecting the change. Is this going to be different?
Yeah, I'll quickly jump onto that. Yes, it will be different. I know Doc just mentioned maybe there has to be a paper or something like that. And once I know academics, So once he says that, means that definitely he's going to act. That should tell you something. My team and I are actually going to be doing some financial literacy sessions in the Can West area, and these are very young babies. In fact, that's why I'm carrying this thing around me. All right, just so that they appreciate what it means to be financially literate. And being financially illiterate doesn't mean say wabon necessarily. You may have the knowledge, you have the first class, still don't understand the dynamics of money, how to manage it, how to move things around, where to go, where not to. For instance, when you are not even earning yourself. Do you get what I mean? So I will speak for myself and maybe indicate that, like Doc has said, he's going to work on it. But yes, there's actually an outline of programs that I am going to be championing with my team to make sure that they appreciate it. And I want to believe that anybody that's hearing us will also put in effort. Maybe you want them to all commit or something, but yeah, we'll act on it. Thank you.